All
Stuff's
right,
interesting.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, sing that song.
This is another movie that would not happen without episode 4. Because I know,
What
like, one
you
of
know?
the
What's
other shows I talked about that, right? Like, if it wasn't for a Star Wars episode 4, there would be no Road One, there would be no Empire Strikes Back, and now there would be no Spaceballs.
I don't know. Spaceball covered a lot of sci-fi movies, so
It does, right? Like,
yeah.
it also makes fun
I
of
mean,
Star Trek at the same time.
yeah,
But
it probably would have been. It probably would have just made fun of Star Trek if Star Wars had
but
come on.
mostly as a parody of Star Wars.
Most of it is. Most of the characters follow it, and plus the marketing jokes and so forth.
The fucking jokes is great. Like,
Yeah, because
what
I
have you
mean,
been up to, yogurt?
I'm surprised we're not.
Merchandising.
I'm surprised we're not wearing things that say Spaceballs the T-shirt.
Oh, I've been trying to look for it, but like a lot of them I didn't like.
It's very got Spaceballs the toilet paper,
The toilet
Spaceballs
paper,
the
the
magazines.
doll, face for the cereal. See, I like when Mel Brooks make fun of this stuff, right? I think Ben Stiller is the only one that's trying to be like Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks knows the business, so he's
Yeah,
making fun of that, like with the merchandising and such.
yeah,
And like Ben Stiller is the one that did it with Tropic Thunder. He's making fun of the movie industry and the movie
yeah. And
production.
there's other people that do that kind of stuff.
But oh, you know what? The
But I
Wayans
mean, you're
brothers did
right.
it
Ben
too.
Stiller also made fun of the superhero deal with what was that?
Was it Ben Stiller?
Mystery Men.
Oh shoot! I
But that was
forgot
based on a
about
comic
that.
book, I think. I think that was based on a comic book that was already out
Oh
there.
yeah, because he was actually an actor in that one. Right? He's not
Yeah,
taking the project over. But
yeah.
we got that's on our list too. Eventually, Mystery Man.
Baseballs, yeah.
Yes, but Spaceballs. Like I think the first time I seen that, right, I loved it as a kid.
Yeah, well, yeah. I remember everybody at school was talking about it. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, the Swartz."
The Schwartz. You know, it's
This is
really
what?
funny.
What?
Not the Schwartz part, right? But the first time when they say Planet Julia, is it Julia, right? Julia? How, I'm not pronouncing it right. How
It's
do you say
druid,
Druid?
druid.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like, well, they keep calling her. Oh, she's a druid.
Yeah, so
Druid.
she speaks like a
Like,
Jew. Oh, I was like,
yeah, it's supposed to
well,
be
I
like,
thought like,
like,
oh my god,
like they're saying Jew, but they're actually saying druid. But
Druid. Yep.
it's the play on
He's
words.
a play on words. I know because Mel Brooks he plays he he makes fun of himself a lot for being
Yeah,
Jewish. Yes,
yeah, yeah. I mean, he's got a sense of humor.
he
Sometimes you just
does.
gotta laugh about it.
Yes, and that's why he made all those movies, Young
Yeah,
Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles. You can't play
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You can't play that nowadays. Okay.
Can you? You can't. Why not, Glenn? Educate
Because
me,
there's
please.
something that I don't want to talk about on this.
Okay, that's good.
I don't feel comfortable talking about it. I'm not even sure
So,
the
can I
actors if
ask
they
you a
were still
question?
alive.
So, can I ask you a question? Are we ever gonna do Blazing Saddles?
I don't know. I mean, this got to be
We
only the
probably
second
probably
comedy
should.
we done, right? The first one is probably Planes, Trains, and Automobiles
Yeah, I would say this is but this hits the sci-fi vein. I mean, straight
because it's a
planes,
parody
trains.
of
It
Star
was just a
Wars,
regular. Yeah, because normally everything we do, we've done other stuff, but normally we just do
right?
sci-fi. That's our thing.
Yes, and this is sci-fi. I
This
mean,
is
like
kind
it
of
got a great
it's a
cast of
sci-fi
actors, right?
parody. Yeah,
It got Bill Pullman, it got Rick Moranis. I mean, like besides Ghostbusters and Honey and Shrunk the Kids, I like him in this role the best. Lord Helmet.
yeah, okay, yeah. Well, because he had a you know
The
a leading
voice is
role.
changed.
He
Yeah,
was the leading role.
I love it when he's inside that helmet. Like the voice changes and the
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They
attitude
probably
is
did it like they
so
do the
great.
real. They probably did like the real Star Wars. They probably had a voiceover. Somebody did the voice.
Oh yeah, the voiceover is
Because in
so
Darth
great. Like,
Vader in Star Wars, it's not Darth the actor that's in the suit.
yes, and I have to point out, this is the movie, right? This is how Elon Musk names his cars, like the models of the cars, right? Ludicrous mode and
Oh well,
Plaid.
yeah, the modes. That's how he names the modes, but
Yeah, not
that's
the
not how
car,
he
but like
named the
it's
car.
the models. Like
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
first time
yeah.
I
I
heard
know.
Ludacris, like, isn't that from Spaceballs? And then when they say Plaid, right, I totally forgot that was from Spaceballs. I
Yeah, I
actually
remember
had to,
because we looked it up.
yeah,
I
we had to
remember we
look it
looked it
up.
up while we are sitting in your car. We're like,
I
what
was
is
like, what
plaid?
is Plaid? And they're like, oh my god, they did do Plaid. Because when you
Yeah,
mentioned the Plaid, like the Scottish, the
yeah.
Plaid clothing, right? And when they did that in Spaceballs, like, oh, I completely forgot
Or
about that.
the Scotch tape.
There's just a Scotch tape, yes. They gone Plaid. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't even know how Mel Brooks thought of that, like, because they go so fast, right?
yeah.
Imagine
They just start drawing lines and
the
crap
joke
all
was
in it.
like they gone Plaid. So I'm assuming that's the fast that the Tesla can go, right? Unless Elon Musk can find another movie. I mean, another movie that he loved as a kid that they go so fast it's gone beyond Plaid.
Yeah.
because I know I'm in those Facebook groups. People ask like, why is it called plaid? And people immediately like Spaceballs.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, what's that?
They put that GIF that when they look back and they see the plaid, a lot of people put that picture. That's why. I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about that. Like that didn't even make sense. Right? But why was it so funny?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of that stuff, Like it though when they do that. Hey, I want you to comb the desert.
Oh my god!
They comb the desert, and of course they got because sir, I don't think he meant literally comb the desert.
To comb the desert. I love that.
But they also do a lot like that snotty. Hey, snotty.
Yes, snotty beam me.
And then he just walks into the next room when they turn him.
I loved it the first time I seen that too. Like it just went in the next room. The comb the desert, I love that because I love the dirt response. Like, no, we don't find anything. What about you? No, nothing. Hey, what about you? Man, we ain't found shit.
Well, they had the hair pick too.
The hair pick. They had these giant combs because apparently they done this before.
Yeah, they must have. Well, they pulled it from deep storage. Okay.
Let's comb the desert. You want us to comb the desert?
I mean, there's probably several references to sci-fi because I mean, like we point out, there's Star Wars, which is the biggest reference.
Yep.
Star Trek was pointed out because snotty and so forth. Beam me up.
And
the Vulcan neck pinch.
Oh, the Vulcan neck pinch. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? So that's down a little lower.
No, you're doing it too high. Yes.
Yeah. Then of course we hit Aliens.
Oh, so that was that one reference, and it's the same actor.
Yep. And the thing is, they're wearing the same uniforms too.
Yes,
they had the uniforms, the patches.
He was the only same actor. I mean, they didn't have Sigourney Weaver. They have a look-alike Sigourney Weaver.
Well, they had a bunch of actors, and we're just supposed to assume that they're from the spaceship for the same company.
Oh, I'm talking about the guy who came out the alien. That's the same actor. From
that's
Alien.
the same actor.
Yeah,
but the rest of the characters were from the same ship because they're wearing the uniforms.
Yep, same uniform.
I doubt they're copies.
Pretty funny.
Or just for the ship. Yeah. Well, not again.
I thought it was just because he gets to say not again.
Yeah. Some of you know what's going to happen because you see those guys just like, I saw this movie. And then, of course, at the end, Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's right, the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, because you saw the original Planet of the Apes, right?
No, with Charles Heston?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not.
Oh, okay. Sure.
The only Planet of the Apes I've seen is the one with Tim Roth, right? And Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah. That's the only one I saw because it's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
I think that was the only selling point. That was back in.
I saw the first one because it was Planet of the Apes.
I'd never seen that because, like, I guess would you consider that action? That's more drama, right? The first Planet of the Apes.
It's just sci-fi, straight up sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of action, but it wasn't. It was just a sci-fi movie.
Not like Mark Wahlberg or
60s or whatever.
Yeah.
It was similar to that. It just didn't have as good.
Kind of like the first Time Machine. That's not action. That's.
Yeah,
it's just straight up sci-fi.
That one wasn't. That was just sci-fi. We don't have to. Why do we gotta put labels, man? Let's live in a world.
Because I remember
a
while back you said that, like, a lot of science fiction movies were action. I think we were talking.
Let me put it this way. I say a lot of things.
Oh, okay. And then you forget them because our age, right?
No, because we're on a thing called a podcast and a YouTube show, and you got to talk. Otherwise, people just sit there like.
Right. It's like there's such a long pauses between them.
Yep. I just say a lot of stuff. Okay.
Okay. So
some of us say, I don't stand by everything. Let me put it this way: I don't stand by everything I say.
Okay. So let's go back.
Because if you watch a lot of the shows, there's a lot of things I shouldn't stand by.
Yeah. So let's go back to the thing where this obviously parody a lot of Star Wars, starting with Lord Helmet.
Yeah.
His helmet obviously is a big, huge thing from Darth Vader, right? And I guess Chewie is the John Candy's character, Boff.
Yeah.
So and he's like half man, half dog. That joke is so silly to me, and I still laugh like I'm my own best friend.
Plus, what do you call it? Was it Dot Matrix?
Dot Matrix is C-3PO. Which is just Joan Rivers because she's voicing Dot Matrix.
Then you got, of course, Han Solo.
Han Solo and Luke at the same
But here's
time.
the neat thing. Here's the neat thing I want to point out. He's Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, but he also dresses like Indiana Jones.
Oh, with the brown leather jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that because it's just mostly Star Wars and not anything else I've seen.
I thought he dressed a little bit like him.
He does now that you mention it.
And plus, they go to that temple because they go to the temple, which by the way, we're gonna make fun of the temple when they go in the temple. They're standing. There's 4 of them.
Yes.
And they're walking towards that yogurt.
Yeah, yogurt.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh. Oh, that's
Yeah.
wow. You know,
You
I
got the
didn't catch this.
seven.
I'm so glad that you're
Snow
on
White.
here with me.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes. Wow.
And plus, the temple does look like something from Indiana Jones.
It does. Do you think did you just notice that, or do you think that that's what they were going for?
Oh, I think that's what they're going for.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. I mean, like, I didn't get that reference at first.
And then the king that had the daughter.
Yeah.
Just throwing this out there. Burger King.
Oh, is that why they have Pizza at the Hut?
Yeah, because they had Pizza the Hut. Pizza the Hut ate himself.
You know, Pizza
And
at
of
the Hut
course,
character.
I
is the only
also
thing that
want
makes
to point
sense.
out. I also want to point out the what was it? The enforcer for
Yeah,
Pizza
the
the
Pizza at
Hut.
the Hut.
Max Headroom.
Wait, what?
Max Headroom.
Why does that know so familiar?
You know, the Max Headroom, that little video deal with the guy with the head. They even made fun of it in Back to the Future 2, where their head
Oh yeah,
cuts back and forth.
Ah,
Max Headroom.
but this movie came out before Back to the Future 2, though.
Yeah, but Back to the Future 2 made fun of Max Headroom.
Oh,
Max
okay.
Headroom
I'm
come
not
out from
familiar
this
with
time,
this
didn't it?
Max guy. What can you educate me
Well,
on?
it was like a TV show. I don't remember that much because I don't remember seeing the show, but it was on a lot of commercials too. It's supposed to be this head of the future, and he talks and he always his head went back and forth like that.
You know what? To me,
And maybe this is not for it, but I remember you always, as a young person, you always saw Max Headroom. You know, I mean, I knew who he was, even I didn't.
Yeah,
even
I
see
didn't
the
know
show.
who it was. I thought it was just a cool Doctor Doom. That's why, like, you know, Doctor Doom is here.
We'll go with Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom's cooler though.
But like, at least they just it's the same story where, like, you know, Lone Star owns Pizza of the Hut money. Yeah, that's always like a common theme with these smugglers, I guess.
Yeah,
the Winnebago was cool. I wish the
what you gotta think the name is cool because it's Lone Star singular.
Yes,
which is Han Solo one singular.
Ah, that's the parody of the name. Yep.
Yeah.
This is how they would do. I would have done it back then too. Lone Star helmet. And I got.
And of course, his second command, Colonel Sanders.
Yes, Colonel Sanders.
So we're right. The king is Burger King.
Oh,
Pizza
all
the
these
Hut,
food references.
Colonel Sanders, and Burger King.
Oh my god! So they were probably drinking Pepsis on set.
They probably were.
KFC, Pizza Hut, which I love all those things.
You don't remember seeing anybody called Long John Silver's, did we?
No, it just Lone Star was the closest thing to that name, Long John Silver's.
Yeah. And of course, the princess name is Vespa.
Vespa. Yes.
A bike.
The bike.
Motorbike.
The motorcycle. Yes, Vespa.
And of course, the prince is Valium.
Yes.
He's always sleepy.
You know, I think this has got to be one of the best parodies I've seen in my life. You know, my most favorite part is because Chinese people do this. They even mention in the whole movie, like, you could watch the bootleg version, like, the what? Like, you know, people, but we're still in the middle of shooting this movie. This is the genius part, sir. They already have this, you know, we could watch
they don't have it released, and they go, where are we at? Well, we're right here in the movie right now. We're right now? Yeah, we're right now.
What about back then? We passed
that. But why back then? You can't go back then because we already passed it.
Why is that scene so funny?
Well, it's funny to a point.
Yeah. That's why they stopped it at the right time, though.
Yeah,
too.
You got to do it right. Otherwise, it's like, okay.
Because they actually used that to move the plot line along so they could see where they were at.
Yeah, where they at? Oh, there they are.
And, like, Mel Brooks had these jokes that they take it literally, like, it would jam their radar, and they just shot it with jam. Raspberry!
Only one person uses raspberry.
You know, that one of those guys, is that really his sound effects? Is that comedian really good?
Yeah, that's that guy from
Police Academy.
Yeah, Police Academy.
Yes. I mean, that's the only thing I recognize him from. I had never seen him in anything else besides Spaceballs and Police Academy.
I'm sure he's done a lot of other stuff, but I'm sure he does the sound effects and everything he does.
The beep, the what, and the
what. Yeah, you're missing the blitz.
Also, like that Lord Helmet likes to play with the dolls. Like, I didn't see you play with your dolls.
Yeah, I just said you see you play with your dolls.
Oh, your helmet is so big. I actually want those action figures because I think I really dig Rick Moranis' character, the Lord Helmet, the sword.
Yeah. Well, his character is pretty cool.
With the ring and then like you know, he's always shooting at the testicles.
Yeah, I didn't get that because everybody covers himself.
Yeah, covering themselves like
every time he gets mad, they think he's gonna get mad.
Oh yes, I
I
always have
also
my
like it.
coffee.
I always tell them to do that. You need, sir, you need a fasten seatbelt.
I don't need to
Or
fasten my
whether it's in the
seatbelt.
car, you need to sit down, sir.
I don't need to sit down. I love that when that whole light speed, ludicrous me, and then Platt thing finishes. It's like, oh yeah, how are you doing? Okay, good. How about we just take 5? Oh God, I really miss Rick Moranis. You know, I'm glad that he decided to quit his career to take care of his kids. But
Yeah.
I really miss this guy.
Well, you come back.
Yeah, have you seen him in anything else though? I mean,
No,
like
not really.
for a guy who only did like 2 handfuls of movies, right? He's very
Yeah.
memorable. It's
Oh yeah,
his
it's very
personality,
memorable.
right? He's in the Flintstones. He plays Barney. I
Honey,
didn't.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah,
Honey, I
Hunters
Blew Up the
before. Yeah,
Kids.
that was before. That's probably the last movie I seen him in, the Flintstones.
Okay.
And I think that was the reason why I watched the Flintstones, because of him, instead of
Yeah,
John Goodman.
yeah. The Flintstones have been the last thing I saw, man. That I can
Yeah,
remember.
see.
But I mean, I've probably seen a lot of his stuff out of order too.
Yeah, he needs to be in the MCU.
But yeah, you do remember him though. Most I remember the most from Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah,
Are you the
of course,
key master?
Ghostbusters. Yes,
Are you the key master?
I'm the gatekeeper. Yeah, see. What else did I like? I like the ass thing. When they did the beaming thing.
Yeah. Why did anybody tell me?
It seems dangerous. He beamed me up. Like he beamed me twice last night. It was good. And like the hand signal, like. So I want to ask you, like this, right? Even as a little kid in Hong Kong, I know
Yeah.
this was an inappropriate gesture.
Yeah.
Is that really like? Because when I came to the U.S., right, this is not like as big as I thought it was.
It was back then, but it kind of went away. Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah, no one does this anymore. Like
Just
back in the
just give somebody
80s.
the finger. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
all that means is up yours.
Okay, yeah, that's what it means, up yours, right? But people stop
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah. I mean, that was something when I was young that you'd always hear people show it or do it, or they tell you about, hey, this is what this means. I
And let me show you another hand signal that I learned as a little kid is bad. This. You ever seen this? The thumbs between this. This is also bad.
only seen that when people steal your nose.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is it
they
this?
put
Oh,
their
okay.
hand up there and they go, "Got your
Oh, got
nose,
your
I
nose.
got your
Okay.
nose."
Oh, I thought this
So
was maybe it means another
maybe
country.
maybe it is. I'm like, maybe it is in America. I never got that one.
So the Spaceballs, that's up yours, another thing.
Yeah, well, that's just that, and that reminds me of what is it?
What is it?
Three Stooges.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he did do that for the Three Stooges.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Three Stooges.
So when the movie starts, right? Obviously, it's parody of Star Wars. When they talk about stealing air, right? Immediately, I thought about Total Recall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did
Well,
because
hey, here's something that they predicted before it happened.
okay.
When they go to that planet, it's got that little door that's over the planet, the little force field with the door on it. Opens up so they get the Rogue One.
Oh,
Because remember, they go to that planet in Rogue One. They got a little planet. They got a doorway. It's over the deal.
that's right.
I was sitting
Wow,
there, I was thinking, huh?
they did
Rogue One
predict that.
Rogue One took something from this movie.
Oh, they
They really
did.
probably didn't. I said,
Well, I told you I like Rick Moranis' character as Lord Helmet, right? And you're right.
Yeah.
I think it might be himself doing his own voiceover because it's just like a mechanical voice, right?
yeah, it could be.
Because like I put on my overlay here that they put like Lone Star. Now you will see that evil will always triumph because good is dumb. That should be a T-shirt.
That would be a long T-shirt. That'd be a nice T-shirt.
That would be a nice T-shirt on the gray.
Yeah, especially when people try to think about it.
Yeah. And I like the
Because
lightsabers.
it's like the beginning. Remember, the beginning has the overlay with telling you the story.
Yes.
At the end, it goes, if you could read this, you don't need glass.
Yeah, glasses. Yes.
Which I also love the spaceship. I mean, they put a lot of work on the spaceship. You see the spaceship go by, and you just see it go by. It's like a train. It's like you're waiting to go by with the train. You know how you just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, like, the special effects for this movie it looks pretty well done up there.
It was
too.
decent.
Yeah,
I mean,
decent
they did. I mean, I'm sure they
time.
didn't want to get too carried away.
For a parody movie, yes.
Yeah, for a parody. Because I'm like,
because it's Mel Brooks, you know.
But I noticed everything has a bumper sticker too.
I forgot what the bumper sticker said on the Lone Star thing. I forgot.
Oh, Lone Star says, "I love Uranus."
Oh yeah. People need to like. How many people know this movie? Like people our age, right? Like
I'm sure a lot
nobody
of people
under the
from our
age of
age. Well,
40. I could say
Mel Brooks.
40 and
That's
see
the
this
thing
thing.
with Mel Brooks movies. You watch them when they come out, and then that's about it.
Yeah, it's not like I own this. I don't think I
Yeah,
have
because
this
there's
on
not a lot of
DVD.
Mel Brooks. I didn't watch anything that came out before this from Mel Brooks. If it came out at the theater, though, I went and saw it. What didn't he do? Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes.
Yeah, I went and saw that.
Oh, I definitely saw that because it has Carrie Hughes, Dave Chappelle. I'm missing somebody. Oh, Patrick Stewart is also in Men in Tights
Oh yeah,
because he plays
yeah,
King
I remember
Richard.
that.
Yeah,
King Richard.
yeah,
Because they're like, Sean Connery did it in the other Robin Hood, so
yeah.
he
So
did
he
it
did
in this one.
for this one. I thought it was great when Patrick Stewart showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, like I didn't even because I knew a Star Trek. I just never watched it. I just thought it was still cool to have Patrick Stewart showed up of a show that I never seen him in, but I know the guy.
Yeah, you know who he was.
I knew who he was. Yes.
Yeah, it's like that's Captain Picard.
So was the only two Star Trek references was the Vulcan thing and the beaming thing?
No, it seemed like there was another one, but I don't.
I mean, like you would have known more than me because, like,
yeah,
I'm just starting watching.
I'm sure I saw
series.
some other ones, but I can't remember them at the moment.
Yeah, but you know what? They're all space travel anyway.
But that was the biggest one I can remember.
Yeah, just so those two are standing out really well.
Yeah, but I do like that when they come over there. Show me the radar. Because over there, because what is this? What am I watching? It's the Mr. Coffee.
It's Mr. Coffee.
He goes, oh, yes, because I like to drink coffee when I am watching
my radar.
My radar. Where's the radar at? Sorry.
Oh man, like God, what else? What is the other references that I like? Oh, the password thing was pretty stupid.
Yeah, well, I love the password. Actually, the password probably made me laugh the loudest because they go, only the idiot would use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it comes in there. You go, what's the password? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's the same combination. It's on my luggage.
Oh, my luggage. Sometimes
they step back and look at each other like.
Sometimes I kind of put that reference in like the situation I'm in, right, and no one gets that. Because I even trying to say like my password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and no one understands it unless they know Spaceballs.
Yeah.
And I like the.
You didn't even have to threaten somebody with a nose job.
Yes. The nose job. I like that threat. Like, yes, we have a nose job. What's up? There was for a 16th birthday. Like, I'm going to put her nose right back where it was. Like, oh my God. This is the. I guess it must be pretty funny back in Hollywood back then.
Yeah. Right? Well, there's also another movie reference, but I can't think of what it would have been. I know the amulet. He wears the amulet around his neck.
Oh,
that had to be a movie reference too. But they couldn't read it, of course,
Because it's an ancient language.
I'm sure it's another movie. It's like a movie that I can't even remember now.
Yes.
I'm sure it was a reference to a movie.
I did like that Mel Brooks plays two characters in this movie.
Oh, yeah, the president.
Yogurt and the president.
Yeah.
And
the president's supposed to be the emperor.
Instead of dark side and the light side is upside and downside. I hate yogurt. Yeah, he's the upside.
Well, we also put out there was a transformer in this movie.
Transformer?
Yeah, the spaceship turns into a giant cleaning lady.
Yeah, the giant cleaning lady.
Which visually looks like a Statue of Liberty.
I thought that was pretty good because it sucks the air.
Yeah,
so it turns,
it's got that little knob and it goes, suck.
It's just about stealing air.
Of course, they had what do you have? That had that can of air. Was it Perrier?
Oh yes, Perrier, like the pot replacement. Yes. It's very simple when you just talk about air, and he's able to parody against Star Wars. They even have the but they didn't have any blasters, right? No, they did.
Yeah, remember what they all the machine guns, yeah.
And then they
shoot the princess, because they shoot the princess's hair, and then she just wipes them all out. And they're like, oh, that's pretty good, and she's like, it's pretty good for Rambo.
Oh yes. I like the hairs right there. Like, what is this that we can't? And I can't live without it. It's just a giant hair blower dryer.
Yeah, giant hair blower.
And I like that instead of swords, right? They used the ring. Actually, they didn't need the ring.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did. Well, he had that shoot the beam though. He has to use the ring.
Yes.
Because he didn't ever shoot a beam out without.
They also made fun of when they were doing the ring sword fighting, right? They kill one of the behind the scenes.
They took one of the crew members out. Yeah.
He did it. And when they did finish, when Helmet and Colonel Sanders finished talking to the president, right? When Colonel Sanders turned the camera, like, hey, what the hell did you do? I turned intercom off. No, you didn't. You turned the whole movie off.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's just like a little thing, but it's so dumb. I love these little things. Like, I guess people can't take this to the next level, right? It's not like I know. Remember for a while, during that time they have a whole bunch of parody movies ever since Scary Movie came out.
Yeah, I remember that when
And
they
like
just overdid it.
they just overdid it. Like whoever did those, like, dude, just
No,
leave these to the
this one
professionals.
is actually quite simple.
It's
a
quite
movie.
simple.
It's
It's
not a
very
very
decent.
long movie either. You just come out, watch it. Simple.
Yes,
I mean, the jokes weren't over anybody's head. There's a lot of references that a lot of people get.
they would understand. Like that's the reason
I
why
mean,
they saw this
I mean,
movie.
it was simple comedy because you want everybody to laugh. You don't want people to sit there and think about it.
Yeah, because you also have to. This is a very target audience, right? It's not like people who are not going to see Star Wars going to watch this.
Yeah, it's for anybody. Yeah, you don't have to because you don't have to get a bunch of references because most of the references weren't for a laugh.
No, they weren't. They just.
It's like the simple puns and so forth were for a laugh. I mean, everybody's gonna.
I mean, like they even like they thought they caught them. Like, man, you didn't catch them. You caught their stunt doubles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that. It's like,
Up to that point, I had never seen anything like that in a movie before.
Yeah, it's like, what do we have here?
He's the first one to do that in 1987.
That we know of. I'm thinking so because he's the only one doing all the parodies. There wasn't a lot of parodies done. I mean, there was some in the '60s too and stuff.
Oh, there was?
Oh yeah, they did a parody of James Bond way back.
Oh, no way.
Even before they started making James Bond movies, there was a parody of the book.
Oh, no. Do you remember what it was called?
I think it's called Hoax of Casino Royale.
Oh, is it really?
That's the first book.
Yeah,
that was the first book came in. I'm pretty sure I need to look, but I remember they came out with a kind of a comedy movie for James Bond before they started making movies with Sean Connery.
So remember, we were talking about the Star Wars trilogy. Like you want to see the original cut, you have to get the gold ones, right? The DVD or the VHS.
Yeah.
So I went to Half Price Bookstore recently and I bought the gold version. Okay. And then while I was looking to Half Price Books, I came across this DVD. Right. It was about the Ewoks. I think it has two maybe.
Okay, the ones I told you.
Yes. Yeah. The Battle of Endor.
I don't know what they were called. I didn't know they were called
the Battle of. There was one called the Battle of Endor, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" I should have bought it.
Should have bought it because I want to hear about this. Maybe there was another one, but I know there was two ones with little kids in it.
Yes, there was two in this DVD.
Okay, that's
I'm
funny.
gonna go buy it.
I didn't know it was called Battle Endor. It was called something else.
Yeah, it was called like EN.
I think one's called Return to Endor or something like that.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta pick that up.
Yeah, so you can see how awesome.
Because you buy the same gold. The
when I was a little kid, it was awesome, but I tried to watch it again. It's like this is.
It's kind of like the old cartoons you watch, like it's like this movie. When I was young, when I watched this, right, it was awesome. When I'm watching it now, I still like this better than.
Yeah, I still like it.
Yeah, I still like this better than some of the old movies. I didn't laugh as hard because I knew those jokes.
Yeah, I didn't laugh hard. I mean, but there was several jokes I forgot about. So
yes,
I was like,
jokes that I forgot about. I mean, like, hold on, I wrote this down so I can say.
I mean, some of the simplest jokes you forgot about, and then they're even funnier.
Yes.
Well, the password one was the funniest to me almost.
Yeah, the password one is so simple. Like, it's
because you got to deal with passwords so much nowadays.
And I like when Helmet and Lone Star, the protagonist and the antagonist, meet for the first time, right? And the line he says like, "At last we met for the first time for the last time," because the first time I ever heard that, I had to be like, "What?" I did the same thing. They're like, "Okay, yeah, that's right." And I'm your father's brother's nephew's cousin's roommate.
And what's that make us?
Make us? Nothing. It's so funny because of that, right? Like, and in Hong Kong movies, they actually did some of that. Like, I'm your father's mother's brother's sisters, next door neighbors, like whatever. Like, why the hell are you naming all this stuff for? It doesn't make any sense.
They do that in a lot of movies too. And your cousin's once removed. So forth.
Yes, exactly. But like, they feel like Mel Brooks is the one that started that. And like, we can say that again, but different. Oh, and I think when they make fun of the what are those people called from Star Wars that like to steal other people's stuff and resell?
Oh, the Jawas.
The Jawas.
Well, yeah, the Jawas become the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, the Seven Dwarfs when they like. That's why they woke up and like, when the hell did we get to Disneyland?
Yeah, when did we get to Disneyland? And then they sing the song.
Yeah, ding ding.
Ding, 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 ding. And that's the thing, they all talk with ding, ding,
yeah, ding, 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 ding. And you know what's really funny in the beginning intro when the text scrolls, right? That music is kind of like, it reminds me of something. I can't place what it was now, but they have to add laser shooting throughout that theme song too. Like, do do do.
Yeah, they did. That's annoying as crap.
It was annoying as crap to me
The
now
funny
too.
thing though is they have a Spaceballs theme song too. You don't hear that until they're
Towards the end of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, when they're getting out of the spaceship, when they're doing the stuff.
I was like,
Yeah,
I never
just...
heard that before from a parody movie that they have their own unique song.
Yeah,
because it got lyrics and everything.
Part of the marketing, yeah, part of the marketing.
Oh, that's what they're making fun of.
Yeah, the marketing. So, because a lot of movies. Because that's
things.
The thing during the '80s. Remember, a lot of movies they came up with a song just with the name of the deal.
Yes.
The movie. They put the name of the movie in it.
I can't think of one now, but this is obviously.
Spaceballs. And I'm sure we've done some movies that had songs written just for the movie.
Oh yes. Oh yeah! Instead of just finding a song that's fit out there already, they just do it just for the movie.
Yeah, I mean that's surprised we can't come up with one, but I know there was several of them.
So to the end of this movie, right? I thought until the very end, it went from science fiction to kind of like a romantic comedy.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a romantic comedy.
Because it's almost like a Disney movie at the end too. He finds out he's a prince.
Yeah. I'm an honest God prince.
Yeah, right. Like
after he opens the fortune cookie, that gets that information.
You know that thing on Lone Star's neck? Now that I think about it, because you said like you probably couldn't place the movie, right? But this movie was made way later. It's kind of like The Mummy. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Remember, like you seen The Mummy Returns, right? When Brendan Fraser had that tattoo on his arm.
I don't know if I saw The Mummy Returns.
Oh, that's a good one. The Mummy and The Mummy Returns are both very.
I've seen The Mummy, of course, but
yeah. The second one is also very good. That was
the Scorpion King. Of course, I saw the Scorpion King.
The Scorpion King is nothing on that level.
Okay,
the third Mummy is nothing on the first two. The first two is knocked it out of the park.
Okay, I need to
because when they did The Mummy's Return, right, that was a summer with like Rush Hour 2, and like the sequels that were like the Shanghai Nights. Those are the sequels. Like whoa, sequels usually are not as good, right? But that was the year like everything was great when they said The Mummy Returns. That's also the year like when they put The Mummy Returns, right? So the third one's called The Mummy Forever. It's because you have two movies like that. I just thought it was gonna be The Mummy Forever after The Mummy Returns.
Oh. And that would suck.
Yes, and that's the series, right? The Mummy that I fell in the name Naxunamon. Because every time they say it, it's so dramatic. No one has say, "Hey, Naxunamon, can you give me some salt over there?" Like, Naxunamon.
I'm not even trying to say it.
Oh, I practiced it. Because that's what I told my head. Like, if we get any pets, I want to name it Naxunamon. If we have a daughter, I want to name it Naxunamon. No last name. There's only like 10 syllables in that name.
Okay. Good thing she controls that.
Hey, that's why.
That just doesn't make any sense.
So I know. You said she controls that. That's why one of my sons is not named James Tiberius.
Yeah, I know. Well, that was the only sad part, but
that's the sad part. Yes, I agree.
But Noxumon or whatever is not a good name. Is not a good name for anybody. Not even for a dog.
Egyptian mistress.
A good name.
But Lone Star would be pretty cool. We have to name all these like animals after like these movie characters I love. Dutch.
Yeah, but Lone Star's like Texas is Lone Star.
Yeah, so why do you think they name him Lone Star? Is he a cowboy?
No.
Why does he drive a Winnebago as a spaceship? Is that?
Well, that'll make you a cowboy. You ride a horse if you're a cowboy.
Oh, I'm talking about Winnebago.
Winnebago's funny though.
Oh, Winnebago is funny though.
But it's something also you would travel into, and he's traveling through space in a Winnebago.
And it has those wings. I thought it was pretty cool. Like how they designed that Winnebago to fly. It's pretty good.
But there's wings that don't really fly, so okay.
The actress who played the princess, right? I don't think I ever seen her in anything else. She probably plays
Daphne Zuniga.
Oh, you know who it is?
Yeah, she's been in some other stuff.
Okay,
I think she was in Melrose Place, and she's been in a lot of other things. I think she started off in horror movies stuff.
Isn't she the sister of somebody in the TV show? I want to say Growing Pains, but I can't remember who was.
No, she's not Growing Pains.
Oh, okay, good.
Wait. No, she's not. She does actually look like Tracy Gold. That's what you're trying.
Yes, exactly, Tracy Gold.
I don't think she's skinny Tracy Gold at all. She was in something else though.
I mean,
She's been in actually a lot of TV shows.
Oh,
She's been in a lot of
Melrose
TV shows,
Place,
plays the
okay.
sisters. So I know she was in Family Ties, I think, for a little bit.
Oh, Family Ties. I think that must be the one.
But she wasn't. I don't think she was always in it. No, she's not the main character. I know who you're talking about. She's not her either. So.
Oh, okay. Filmography, I'm looking at right now. Gross. See, a lot of things I have not seen. She's pretty good. I mean, she was playing something all the way up to 2019. Oh, she is in Family Ties. Oh, she was only in 2 episodes though. She's not the main cast.
No, she wasn't
in
in
Mel's
cast.
Place. Okay.
Yeah.
Models Inc. Johnny Bravo. Oh, she's a voice. That's a cartoon. She was in Spin City, or just in like an episode. Oh, she did voices work.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like I sometimes I figure out like
I
kind
would
of
do
like
voice
Mark
work.
Hamill.
Yeah, I mean he's more successful as a voice actor than he is Luke Skywalker.
You know what's really funny is it might be something that he always wanted to do a long time before he even did acting. That could, you know.
No, he probably just come across and goes, "This is easy."
This
he's
is
probably
easier, right? I don't have to
James
show
Earl
my
Jones.
face.
Yeah, he's talking to James. Yeah, he's talking to James Earl Jones. He's like, "So who are you?" He goes, "Oh, I'm the voice of your father."
I'm still cashing
It's like,
checks
so-
to today.
Yeah, and he's
From
like,
Star
"Yeah." He goes, "So
Wars.
what do you get paid?" He's like, "So what do you get paid?" Oh, $600. That's what we just said earlier. So
I don't think you ever seen
$600.
Did you ever see an episode on Big Bang Theory where James Earl Jones was hanging out with Sheldon?
I don't think I did see that.
Oh, damn, because that one has Carrie Fisher in it too.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that. The only one I've seen, I did see the one where they had the voiceover of Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, Leonard
Come
Nimoy,
on,
yes.
Sheldon. Open the package.
There's one episode where they have Leonard Nimoy's son in it too, in Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Because they actually did the thing where, you know, Netflix has a documentary about Leonard Nimoy, right? Because it was shot by his son.
Yeah.
So they actually did that in Big Bang Theory. He's shooting a documentary about his father. So they trying to get, you know, all these people who remember him, you know, and things like that. Because in that episode, he pulled that napkin back. I remember when Penny gave him that napkin that Nimoy wiped his face.
Yeah,
and she gave it to her. And this was Sheldon saying, for a smart guy, right? He tells his son in the documentary, like, you know, so if you think about it, this is like one of the only remaining DNA of Leonard Nimoy. And then Will Wheaton is like, wouldn't you consider Adam a DNA of Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah. Well, because it's a continuation of the joke. Because remember, he goes, now I have Leonard Nimoy's DNA. We can make a clone of it.
Yes. I was like, I guess because Sheldon's so way over his head because he's just so excited about having Leonard Nimoy's DNA on a napkin. Like, Adam Nimoy. Also the DNA.
Yeah, but it's a mixed DNA. I mean, it's got his DNA from his mom, too. So,
let me tell you this. I know we're getting off topic, right?
Sure,
but we're done with
Well, of course,
Spaceballs.
that's what we do.
I started watching Star Trek, the original series. And I want to bitch and complain about Paramount Plus. First thing is like any other streaming service.
Maybe we should do an original TV show.
We might have to, but I want to complain about this first.
Right, cool.
I pay for Paramount Plus. I pay for Hulu. I pay for Netflix. You know what?
Okay.
Well, Hulu also have commercials, right? When I pay for Paramount Plus, it also plays commercials before the show I want to watch.
Really?
I get so upset.
Yeah. Who wants to do that?
Because you know what Paramount Plus is advertising for? The shows within Paramount Plus. Like, dude, I have this already. Yeah. Why are you showing me a commercial within your service? Like, I understand it if you show a free episode, like to get Paramount Plus, but you don't do this for a person, for any subscriber. Like, hey, I'm trying to watch Star Trek the original series. You don't need to show me Picard in this Paramount Plus commercial because I already have Paramount Plus. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I get you.
But
why try to sell me something I already have?
But like so the more I watch stupid Star Trek the original series, right? The more I tell Heather, like, why didn't I see this on a Saturday when I first came to the US? I've been watching the shit out of this. They had that kid that can control anybody. Are you kidding me? If I would have watched that when I was 9 on a giant spaceship, he can control everybody, but he wants respect from Kirk.
Yeah.
Then he had another kid.
Charlie X.
Yeah, that kid who wants ice cream all the time. Like, what is up with this dude? I'm still in the middle of the episode. That's why I stopped last. Or like, this kid, like, I want an extra bowl of ice cream. Like, who the heck is this kid? I want to kick him in the face. but I'm really enjoying Star Trek the original series. I mean, like, I don't care that it looks like that back in the 60s
Yeah, yeah.
because it reminds me of the original Batman TV show too.
Yeah.
That's just the set they work with. That's the budget. Like, but just the stories get me intrigued. All right, it's just the ice cream kid. I want to kick him in the face. He's probably 80 now, but he's probably 80 now because
he's probably 80. Well, I doubt he's 80 now.
Well, 80 something because
he's probably in his 70s.
Who's the guy who plays Captain Kirk?
William Shatner.
Isn't he 92?
Yeah, I think you're right. He's 90.
So that guy's probably just a little, probably 10 years younger, so he's 80 whatever. But it's so fun, like, dude, a lot of the chicks in this show are hot, man.
Yeah,
like that kid, like who he. Like, I guess his hormones or whatever, the lady. Like,
okay. You're talking about, what's it? Yeoman.
Yeah, Yeoman, yes.
Brad, yeah.
Yes.
Which, by the way, she made it into some of the movies.
Oh, she did?
She was in Star Trek 2. She was on the Reliant.
Oh, it's in the movie theater.
For sure.
They're going to re-release Wrath of Khan as cinema.
Really?
Yes. I forgot the dates, but I was like, when I saw that, I was like, what the hell's going on?
Wow. I would like to go see that.
Yeah, Wrath of Khan. I don't know when, but like, I know we're pre-recording this for a later show, but like, I don't know when it's going to come, because they only do those things in like 2 days. Like, hey, it's going to come on this weekend, and it's over.
Wow, man, I would love to see that.
Yeah, they play Wrath of Khan. Like, they didn't say when, but they probably did. I probably forgot because I'm older now.
Yeah, most likely because you're all going, whoa, and then there's
I was like, whoa, what?
And everybody else with you is like, what?
I just love the Khan.
God.
I just want to do that one time.
Which they parody that a lot.
They do. They parody. Now that I know where it came from, right? Now I understand it when they do that. I see it when they did that in Big Bang Theory. I didn't get that before. I'm like, man.
Yeah, Will Wheaton.
Yes. And I like the more I see that, right, when compared to Wrath of Khan and Into Darkness, I can see, the more I think about it, the more I see why you don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Into Darkness. But then it's because I see Into Darkness first, and I can't get into that mindset if I could think the same thing where, like, would I feel the same as Shane, or would I appreciate that they're still trying to do the same thing, like a reboot?
I mean, I'm sure I'm supposed to appreciate it, but I did.
Oh, I appreciate. Yeah, I really like Into Darkness, because without a Star Trek background reference, I really liked it.
Yeah, I just don't like Into Darkness.
I just like it. I like Chris Pine. But then every time I see Chris Pine, right, I think of Captain Kirk.
Yeah, even when I watch what movie, even when I was watching Wonder Woman, I was like, huh, Wonder Woman's with Captain Kirk.
See, I still haven't seen Wonder Woman.
That makes sense.
But he's in a new Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah.
Honor Among Thieves, like, so, like, I'm thinking, like, every time I see him on screen, right, I just think of Captain Kirk, and I just want, like, I want them to do more Star Trek. Well, they're
trying to, but they keep having setbacks.
So this is funny when you say that, right? Wouldn't it be funny, like, I mean, it's only been like 5-6 years since the last one. They wait another 5-6 years. It's kind of like the original series. They waited like 10-20 years.
Go ahead, because the problem is they only had a 5-year mission.
Yes.
What the crap?
Suddenly they're a lot older. By the time they redo it, right, Chris Pine's already an admiral. Like, they forget all the captain stuff.
They might as well just go ahead and make him an admiral. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Well, like, man, come on! I want more Star Trek now.
I want more Star Trek too, but hey, if you want more Star Trek, they're making the original. They're making more to the original series.
But they have
with all the updated stuff. They have that is still what you're watching already.
Oh,
it's just more stories to it. Yep. This is another actress playing Captain Kirk and Spock. Same ship, same universe, same time period.
Oh, there's also an animated thing too from Star Trek, like within Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Lower Deck.
Yeah, Lower Deck.
Which is supposed to be it's just a comedy.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be, because most of the shows always show the captain and all the stuff.
Oh, this one shows like the yes.
Yeah, this is all those guys you see in the background.
Yeah, in the background, hey, yes. I love that idea.
Coffee. Yeah, go get my coffee and so forth. Because really, they had an episode on Star Trek Next Generation called Lower Decks.
No.
And the whole episode just was about these lower ranking officers.
Oh,
and man. One of them was always getting in trouble with Riker.
Wait, is it Next Generation or is it?
Yeah, it was Star Trek Next Generation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was all these guys get together and they'd gripe about their superior officers, but their superior officers would be like Riker, Worf, and all those guys.
Oh, I gotta watch that then. I'm gonna watch all the Star Trek.
You gotta watch them all, dude.
I do.
Voyager, pretty good.
You know, my sister said something that she was surprised that you like Voyager. Or was it Deep Space Nine?
I really didn't get into Deep Space Nine all that much. I don't like Deep Space Nine.
Which one is the Hot Vulcan again?
That's Enterprise.
On Enterprise, okay.
Which I did like Enterprise. I liked Enterprise too, but Voyager turned out to be one of the better ones.
You know, this
Next
is the
Next
only
Generation.
series that has so much. You know, it's besides Law and Order, you know, Criminal Intent.
Yeah, I love it's how this is a Spaceball show and we're just talking about Star Trek.
Yes. But you know what? It's still space travel, you know?
It is. Everything's space travel. Well, this one isn't. This is Spaceballs. This is about still in the air, dude.
You know, it's I know we talked about Star Wars versus Star Trek a lot, right? And you're like, why don't you just like them both? Yeah, exactly. I
like them both.
I can't place the difference like, hey, these are two different things. It's like apples and oranges. But it's because haters are like even Star Trek and that's the only thing I don't like about Penny in the show.
I could see a rivalry in the future, but you know, the thing is, it's harder to watch Star Trek because there's so much of it. But it's easier to watch Star Wars. But the thing is, I'm gonna sit down and watch Star Trek. I'll go over there and watch Star Wars. I'll watch them both.
Yeah, I'll watch them both.
Yeah, I'll watch them both. Why wouldn't I?
Exactly.
And you probably won't see me watching Rebels and all the cartoons for Star Wars because I'm not that into the Star Wars universe.
Well, I'm not. I want to say I'm because I don't watch Rebels. Like we watch Mandalorian. I'm gonna watch Andor when it comes out.
Yeah, but watching all the movies is good, and a lot of the Disney Plus shows.
Yes.
It's so simple. I mean, there's not a lot of episodes to, right?
Just
the Mandalorian and so forth. Yeah,
the Mandalorian is probably the most. Like they have 12 episodes, like 10 to 12 episodes.
I mean, I guess you probably want to pick one of them to get really into it. But I mean, Star Wars is the easiest universe to get into. I know people read the books and all that crap.
Are you gonna watch Andor?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna watch.
There's no reason. There's no reason I won't watch. The funny thing is, I'm actually watching more of the Star Wars Disney Plus than I am of the Marvel Disney Plus.
You're right. I'm on the same.
Because I started off loving Marvel. Well, I was like, I mean, when I was a kid, you watch Star Wars, but the thing is, I wasn't interested in Star Wars. I was interested in comic books. I was interested in Marvel stuff, even when these last 3 movies come out. But now, when I'm watching Disney Plus, I'm like, yeah, I watch the Star Wars quicker than I watch the Marvel.
But that's the funny thing.
The Marvel stuff is starting to just kind of.
But that's the funny thing, right? Like, because before, you know, the whole reason. Well, first of all, when I bought Disney Plus, it's because you have the whole library of stuff. Because I'm looking forward to having all the Star Wars and Marvel was within Disney Plus. And now, since the Mandalorian season 1 came out, it feels like I'm just paying for Disney Plus just for the Mandalorian. And then they have more stuff for like Star Wars and Marvel. I'm like, well, this is totally worth it. Like me and Heather agree, like we could get rid of everything else, like even Hulu, Netflix, because we don't need all the TV shows, right? But Disney Plus is the one we want to keep.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. I almost never watch Netflix. There's nothing on there I want to see.
Well, the last thing you watched was Community.
Oh yeah, saw Community, but I mean, they had Star Trek on there, but you can't get Star Trek. Star Trek's got been pulled off.
Plus now.
So now it's like, well, what I need to.
I mean, like they have. I would recommend Ozarks, but it's depressing as hell.
But there is so much stuff that is on other systems. I mean, most of the stuff. Every time I go to watch something, I'm like, is it on Netflix? No, it's on.
You know what I really like HBO. Netflix for? Comedies and documentaries.
Yeah, I watch. That's all I watch was some
comedians. That's what I mean. Yeah, comedies like
watch some comedies and stuff. But I mean, there's most of the big movies you want to see. They're not on there. They're on somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Like Paramount Plus, I feel like in the future I'm going to keep them all for now.
Yeah.
Because me and Heather still use Hulu, but during the only thing that me and Heather watch on Hulu is Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
Before we have comedy shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and all that stuff, which is it's not streaming anywhere. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I think it's still on Hulu, but. I think Hulu is only good for like if you miss primetime television, like during the week, and you want to make it up later. Yeah. Unless you get the NBC app, but yeah, Paramount Plus. I'm just getting it to watch Star Trek. And pretty soon,
pretty much what everybody's getting. Yeah, that's pretty much what everybody's getting it for.
And the Halo series is on there because I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, the Halo series. Yeah, I'm just Star Trek for now.
Because it's still space travel, but with Marines. You didn't like Halo? I love Halo.
Oh, I don't have a problem with Halo. It's just that's not what I'm going to get on to watch.
Yeah, because
it's just like, oh, it's there. I'll watch it too. But
and it has all the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
Well, Paramount Plus is going to have all of that.
But it should.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of dumb not to.
I mean, what else did Paramount have? Oh, probably the Mission Impossible movies. You know,
Yeah.
Paramount has a lot of good productions. Just not Star Trek is not their only thing.
Yeah, they got other things. Plus,
Yes,
they also helped bring Iron Man into the world.
that's right. That's right. Collaboration of MCU and Paramount Pictures. And you know, sometimes I forget that was a time, right?
While we're talking about Paramount, I want to put this out.
Okay.
Okay, when they go to the planet to suck all the air out,
Yes.
it shows a mountain and they suck all the snow off.
Oh,
every time I
that's
see it, it
right.
reminds me of the Paramount Mountain.
It does. They probably did. I like that we went off rails so far and we brought it right back to Spaceballs.
Spaceballs had the Paramount Mountain.
It did. They just sucked the thing.
Yep, sucked all the snow right off the Paramount Mountain.
Were they Paramount? No, this movie wasn't
No,
produced by Paramount.
this wasn't a Paramount movie.
What was this? Oh, MGM.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised that they didn't let you watch this on free on Amazon.
Because they probably don't still have the rights to it, maybe.
Maybe not. You're right. You know, I know you're not a big Lord of the Rings fan, right? But I am.
Well, I'm not because I haven't seen the movies yet.
But did you read the books?
No, I haven't read it. I haven't done anything with Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. Because it's a fantasy.
Eventually I'll watch it. I'm sure I'll be like, oh, this is awesome.
Oh, it is awesome. I like it a lot. I like Lord of the Rings.
Okay, cool.
Not because I read the books first too.
I mean, some people like peanut butter too, but
people who like, well,
I like peanut butter also.
Yeah, I like peanut butter also. Chunky or smooth, I don't care. You know, people sometimes have to fight over like smooth or chunky.
Well, yeah. It's like
I like
Wars,
both.
Star
Who
Trek.
cares?
Yeah. Star Wars, Star Trek.
Oh, that's it. Star Trek and Star Wars, just like chunky or smooth
or
peanut
smooth.
butter. I like both. Just give it to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Stop fighting over smooth, like, because people think like, well, when you say peanut butter, right, it's supposed to be smooth, because butter is smooth. But you put chunky, it's like candy, or it doesn't even make it better when you say it like that.
Yeah, well, you don't have to kill all the peanuts.
You know, peanut's not actually a nut. I just read that last week.
Really?
It's like more like to where like beans, like legume. Is that how you say it?
Well, I'm going to stick with their nuts because they come in a can of nuts. So
That's yes.
who cares what the scientists
It comes in
say?
a shell, like kind of like a nut.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares what the scientists say? They think Pluto's not a planet either. So
And they keep going back and forth on that. I'm tired.
I know.
Like, stop making the decision, right? When it's so far away and you can't make it like educated guess.
I'm like, that's not even science. That's just bickering.
Yeah, that's just bickering and guessing.
Yeah, and guessing.
It's kind of like that's physics, right? It's all theoretical, but the fun is real. Basically, that's all it is. I like that we're making fun of science, right? But we're so into science fiction.
Well, yeah, because we like the fake crap.
Yeah, see, I love science fiction because you can basically make whatever you want.
Yeah, anything you want. If it can't happen, I mean, who wants to be a realist? I live in the real world every day. You know what I do in the real world? Go to work.
Go to work, you know. Exactly. I'm not a replicant. I want to be a replicant. It's just too much to handle.
Exactly. Tyrell. Yeah. More human than human.
That is so cool. Did you get it on Amazon?
Yes, I did.
I realized that, like, you know, that's probably made by somebody, and then they get a percentage because I looked into that recently.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, it's called Amazon merch, and then if you buy something by from Amazon,
yeah, and it takes a little longer to get your shirts too because it's from them.
Because no, it's not from them. Like Amazon have to print those. They only print those to order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's still cool though. Like someone made that.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm like,
you know,
well, somebody made everything. I mean, even somebody made you. It's called your parents.
Yes. But someone designed that like independently just to sell it.
Yeah.
Because the movies didn't make that. You know, like they didn't specifically design it, but like
someone they didn't have the style. Yeah.
That's so
style.
Cool.
I mean, they had the logo and all that.
I love it. Oh well, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, especially since we went somewhere else.
Yes, we did for something else, but
we touch all points of space and in between, so let's keep on going.
But that's
the only thing we didn't talk about was passengers. So we already did that.
Yes, but like I think sometimes when we get off the rails for a minute, right? I think that's some of the best conversations we have because you know it reminds us to bring us the other points and things like that.
Yeah.
So until next time, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.